Do you see this artwork? I painted it about 2 years ago and I had no plans with it, but now you can find it on the websites of major retailers like Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Target. This is why you should license your artwork. It is such a fun income stream for artists. Get your name out there and get exposure and to get an extra bit of income on the side with your art. It's like working for you in your sleep. It's really fun. Today we're going to talk about my favorite income stream for artists and the 3 things that you need to get yourself started on licensing your own artwork. 2 years ago, I had never heard of art licensing, but as soon as I did, it was like a spark was lit, fireworks went off in my head, and I was like, I have to learn how to do this. Now, 2 years later, I've signed contracts with companies in multiple industries. I can't tell you how fun it is for me to Google Mackenzie Nelson artwork and to have all of my artwork show up on the websites of these major retailers. And you know what? If I can do it, you can do it too. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly is art licensing? Art licensing is a lot cooler than it sounds. Let me explain it to you. So if you've ever been walking through a store like Target and you see like a framed artwork on the shelf and you're like, someone painted that, right? So that artist is getting compensated in one way or another for Target to have that artwork on their shelves. I remember walking through the store many years ago and having that thought, and I was like, someone painted that artwork and it wasn't a factory, so an artist did it. They've got to be getting credit or getting paid for it somehow. That's art licensing. Basically, you rent your artwork, the digital version of your artwork, to companies for them to use on their products. And in return, they will pay you usually a royalty or a flat fee. There's several reasons that I really love art licensing, and one of them is it's a great way to gain exposure as an artist because often your name will be attached to the products that have your artwork on them. It helps to beautify the world by putting your artwork on these companies' products. And like I said, you get to earn some extra income on the side with art licensing. It's a great way to make your artwork work for you. You know, you spend all of this time creating beautiful artwork, and then if you don't do anything with it, it just sits in sketchbooks or in folders or in a closet in your house. And what good does that do to anyone, right? You can't enjoy it, no one else can enjoy it. But if you can license it to companies, it can be enjoyed by countless people all over the world. And I mean, that's just mind-blowing to me. Is it mind-blowing to you? Because it is to me. And that's why I'm talking about this, because I want to share this knowledge that I've learned with you so that you can do it too. Let's talk about the 3 main things that you need to get started with art licensing. And number 1 is you need to have a cohesive body of work. So a cohesive collection of artwork. This can look like 4 to 6 paintings that look good together. And the reason you want to work in a collection is because often art directors and companies, they want to see a grouping of artwork from you that can work well together. And this serves several purposes. 1, it gives them more to work with. 2, it helps them to see that you can bring a cohesive collection of artwork to the table and have like a sense of a specific style for that collection. And 3, it gives you the opportunity to have more artworks licensed at once. More artwork licensed means more income for you. The second thing you need is a basic portfolio. So this doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as like a JPEG document that you've created on Canva. Basically what it's called is a sell sheet or a tear sheet, where you show your collection on this sheet, and then you put just a little bit about you and your contact information and maybe a little bit about the art, and you can send that off to companies and to art directors. Oh, and when I say portfolio, you're going to want it to be digital, because this is the way you're going to be contacting art directors and companies, is usually through email. It's not the only way, but it's kind of the mainstream way of doing it. And so you're going to want a digital portfolio. The first digital portfolio that I created was through Canva. If you've never used Canva, I highly recommend figuring that out. It's not that hard. It's like graphic design for dummies. It's the most amazing website. I love it and cannot live without it. But I built out a portfolio on a Canva template. The cool thing about Canva is that when you create a document or a template, you can get a shareable link and send that out. So when I first started compiling my artwork, I created my portfolio on Canva, and then I just shared the link to that portfolio straight with these art directors. And that's how I landed my first few art licensing deals, and it works great. The way that I do it now is I have a portfolio website that is attached to my normal website. So when I'm sending a pitch email to art directors or companies, I have a link embedded into the email where they can click that. It takes them straight to my online portfolio where they can then go through and see the different categories of artwork that I have available to license. The third thing that you need, and this is very important, is you need a clear understanding of where your artwork fits into the various industries. So a painting of mine is not going to be perfect for every industry. It is great for wall art and companies that want like spot illustrations, but it's not going to be great necessarily for a fabric company who needs repeat patterns. I'm also not going to reach out to a company who prefers really graphic designy style art if I have a painterly oil painting collection ready to go. I'm not going to send that to a company who's looking for graphic design styled art. And if you paint very feminine artwork, you're not going to pitch it to a company that obviously doesn't have products that have that kind of artwork on it. So before you start pitching, do your research, look into companies that have a very similar aesthetic and art style as what you have to offer, and then take notes, write those companies down, and then prepare to pitch to companies like those. I've created a great checklist for fine artists to follow to get started on art licensing. And so you can go ahead and download that at the top of the description. And then be sure to come back for my next video because we're going to discuss the #1 mistake that artists make when trying to land their first art licensing deal.